Manufacturers continue to produce diesel engines because customers still buy them, and in Ireland, Škoda have traditionally had strong sales in the segment. This hatchback isn't offered with a plug-in hybrid powertrain that features in the Combi, but the 2-litre TDI engine has 150 horsepower and a willingness to keep going for around 1250 kilometres and as comfortably as possible. Standard kit on the Superb is very good at this level, with front and rear parking sensors, a rear view camera, 18-inch alloys, matrix LED headlights, 8 airbags and ventilated front seats with a basic massage function. Top spec models get upgraded sound systems, heated rear seats, all-round parking monitors and adaptive dampers. This version has a head-up display, snow mode, LEDs, ambient lighting and air-cooled seats. While the outright performance of the 150 horsepower 2-litre engine has a laid-back character, the pull of 360 Nm of torque means it's perfectly suited to the highways and byways, lending itself to hours of comfortable cruising up and down the motorways. As is the norm with larger sized alloys, there's bound to be a more fidgety ride than with the smaller wheels, so if you're keen on a more athletic appearance or larger alloys but would like the added comfort, you can option adaptive dampers or get it as standard in the top spec version. As usual, Škoda makes sense as a family car, and this version of the Superb doesn't feel hugely different to its predecessor. And why would they try to reimagine something that works so well? It's a relaxing place to be. Any noticeable wind noise has been improved due to the 10% more curved body, and a drag coefficient of 2.3 CD ensures efficiency. Škoda is proud of its in-car innovations, and they list over 28 simply clever functions throughout the Superb. We're all aware of the umbrella and ice scraper. In the boot there's levers to drop the rear seat backs, as well as plenty of bag hooks. There's the smart dials and the mobile phone pockets in the back for rear passengers, and the handy ticket holder in the windscreen too. There is a new infotainment screen, but they haven't forgotten to leave some buttons on the outside with physical dials for temperature, aircon and volume sitting below the large display. The graphics are easy to read and the menus are easy to access. The latest dashboard could be a bit more interesting, but importantly the layout is easy to make your way around. To open up space on the central console, they've moved the gear selector to the right of the steering column, and if you've used any of the ID cars, you'll be familiar. The interior space is comfortable for 4 adults to spend time in on a long journey. And while there's lots of adjustment, the driver's seat is set at an odd angle. It comes across as an attempt to let the driver sit in the seat rather than on it, but it may not suit all body types. There's lots of head and knee room in the back. The boot has a cavernous 645 litres, and it's easy to increase the space by lowering the rear seats via a button in the boot or lifting the clip on the shoulder of the rear seat bench. And so with an already cavernous space to work with, what really they've done is just increased the interior space slightly and lightly updated the looks on the outside with a wider front grille and slimmer headlights. The Škoda Superb has always been a big, comfy family car with masses of space for passengers and cargo, and Škoda continue to deliver with this well-accomplished SUV alternative.